right, guys, welcome back to Full Circle with Joyce. Thank you again for your company. And here we have our next guest. Her name is Sonny Kamau, and she's a skincare specialist and also the owner of Sonny Touch Wellness Center. Karibu sana to the show.
Thank you, Joyce.
We want to talk about our skin. You know, it's actually the largest organ on our bodies,
Yes.
right? Because from your head to your toes. And it's also then the first defense against the elements. Your skin does so much for you, but it's actually one of those things that we take the least amount of care of, and we take it for granted most of the time. We expose it to very harsh chemicals, water, heat, as we're taking care of our homes and of our families. And so that's what we want to discuss today on the show. How can we best take care of our skin, but specifically looking at skin types and skin conditions. And so, Sonny, karibu sana to the show.
Asante, Joyce.
All right, so right off the bat then, talk to us about the different types of skin that we
Okay.
have. There's different skin types.
Yes. So we have 5 different skin types. We have oily skin, we have normal skin, we have dry skin, we have sensitive skin, and we have combination. Could be
Okay.
combination to oily, sensitive, dry. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
How does one identify their skin type?
It's actually pretty easy to identify your skin type. You go to the shower with a mild soap, a gentle soap that can be used by a baby.
Okay.
Yes, I advise to use that because it doesn't have fragrances. Because nowadays, everything
Yeah.
it's too much. So you just want to clean off the dirt on your body, and then you can wait for about like an hour, so that then it's a test. So you'll be able to know your skin type.
So you don't moisturize after the shower?
No. First, now this is a test. You
Yeah.
need to identify your skin type
Yeah.
while you're at home, at the
Yeah.
comfort of your house. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So
So
you do the shower with a mild soap, then you don't put lotion for the test.
No, you don't put anything because now you want to really identify your skin type. So give yourself 1 hour duration. In between, you can maybe decide to just keep yourself busy, maybe watch a movie or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and after 1 hour, if your face feels normal, it's not oily, it's just okay, you definitely have a skin type, normal skin type.
Okay.
If it's oily skin people don't struggle to know their skin types.
Right.
It's actually pretty much easy because whether you apply anything or not, you just
Your
feel
body
it
just
too,
produces the oil.
yeah, it's just too oily.
Okay.
Yes.
Explain combination.
Combination skin around your T-zone, this part over here, this is the T-zone. Yes, so this part is oily, and then the rest of these parts could be dry
Okay.
or normal.
So that would signify you have combination
Yes.
skin. But as you said, the combination skin you could be dry with sensitive skin.
Yes.
Or normal with sensitive skin.
Yes.
You could then be counted
As long as this part is oily, and maybe the rest of this part it may be feeling dry. Yes.
All right. So how does what influences those skin types? Is it something that we're doing? Is it genetics? Is it what we eat? That one skin type is more oily, one's is more dry, another's is more combination. What are the factors behind one skin type?
A skin type is what you're born with. Yeah. Now, a skin condition is something else different. Yes. So that's why it's always advisable before you use any product on your skin, first identify your skin type.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's
skin
what you're
type
born
you're
with.
born with.
Yes.
But then there's skin conditions.
And then there are skin conditions, and most of the times that's why you find people like they don't really know how to differentiate between a skin type and a skin condition. Yes.
So talk to me about the major skin conditions that you've seen around. I know there's maybe eczema.
Yes.
What else would there be? Psoriasis, maybe.
Yeah, hyperpigmentation, acne, yes, dehydration, all those are skin conditions.
And those now have internal and external factors.
Exactly.
Okay,
For
so
a
whereas you
skin-
can't, and with the skin type, you can't change your skin type.
No, you can't change your skin
'Cause
type.
you're born with it.
Although with as we age, sometimes you can find, or maybe a climate change. Yes, you can find like your skin type is changing. Yes,
Okay.
but it's not something to worry about.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's ways to deal with it.
Yes, but for a skin condition, it changes over time or can be affected by climate, allergy, the food that we eat, yes, sun exposure, Yes, just to name a few.
Which are those foods that negatively impact our skin?
Some of the food that we eat, we all react differently. So we can't like just pick this and say like, no, this can't work for everyone. Yeah, because there are people who take milk and they get affected. There are people who take eggs, they start getting acne. There are people who eat meat.
Okay.
They start getting acne as well, like pimples all the way from legs, thighs, maybe all over the body.
Okay,
Yes.
so it could be anything for
Could
anybody.
be anything.
Got you. Now, let's talk about aging skin, dehydrated skin. Of course, when you're younger, like your skin is just so youthful and supple and it just looks like it's glowing all the time.
Yeah.
And then as you get into adulting 101 and there's stress and life to deal with, our skin's a lot more dry. Maybe we're not, it just loses that elasticity, right? So, talk to me about that. I know we say black don't crack, but still, you know, as we get older, even our skin type is exposed to the elements.
Yeah, that's true.
So how does one address that?
As we age, skin, I normally tell people, the moment you land in this world, once you land in this, your skincare journey begins there. Yeah. So as you age, skincare goes with age. You'll find when you're in your 20s and 30s, even in 30s, you can't use the product of someone who is in their 20s because they won't be as effective.
Okay.
Yeah, so you really have to always pay a skincare specialist a visit then, so that they can be able to take you through and guide you through all this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it would really depend on the age then.
Yeah, it really depends on the age, because if, for instance, you turn 30 and you use the product that you've been using when you're in 20, they will not work for you.
Okay.
They'll not work for you. The same thing if you're in 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But where is this fountain of youth? Because we want to we want to remain looking young. So what are your tips then as far as how to still keep your skin looking smooth and glowy? You know, that natural glow.
Yes.
And really well moisturized. What would be your like basic tips for that?
My basic tips is staying consistent to your skincare products. One thing that makes people like lose it, it's being lazy. You know, you have these awesome products on your dresser, but you get home, you're tired. There are even people who sleep with makeup on.
Yeah, which is such a no-no.
Imagine, like you sleep, how?
Yeah.
You know, and you see at night, that is when our skin repairs itself.
Okay.
And it produces new cells. So it's always so advisable, before you go to bed, make sure you do your routine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd like you to touch on that routine in just a moment here. But let's also look at natural remedies. A lot of times people start talking about how they've korogad mayai, egg white, wanapaka kwa uso na toilet paper ndio ikue ile kamaski ya kutoa blacks, the white spots and the black spots, or avocados. We're hearing a lot about turmeric. Are those natural remedies effective?
Well, yes, they are. But personally, I never advise people to use natural remedies. Reason being, the fact that even the products that we buy in stores, you come with them at home, you still find it so hard to use. How will you measure the ratio of the products that are, you know, the natural products?
Yeah.
So personally, I don't advocate for that.
Okay.
Yes, just stick to your normal skincare product.
Yeah.
Yes, and paying your skincare specialist a visit every month, so that they can be able to guide you, you know, because some of the conditions you won't even realize that you have them. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about then this day-to-day routine that you had begun hinting at. What should then, so now that we're not going to be korogreing, I don't know, bananas and avocado in the kitchen to put on our faces, what then does a good skincare routine look like? You start to emphasize that, especially at night, it's very, very important.
Yes.
So what does a good routine for someone who maybe has never, you know, because many of us were born watu wa arimis wale wanapakwa tu hizo mafuta na wanatoka wanaenda alafu wanaenda wanakalia jua. You're being fried there in the sun. So maybe someone has never even had a skincare routine. Talk to us about like the steps or what they should include in it, just for a very basic start.
For a very basic, hata kwa lile watu wako uko mashinani, you know, Aramis is everywhere. And it's a good product, by the way. So first thing first, make sure you have a sunscreen.
Okay.
A sunscreen. From the tender age, everyone should have a sunscreen. Now this, it will protect you from the UVAs and UVBs, and UV rays are very, very harmful.
Okay.
Even when you're driving, even when we're seated like a place like here, and then the sun is just hitting through the window, it penetrates.
Oh.
Yes, and that will damage your skin.
So the sunscreen, do you put it before lotion, after lotion? How long should you put, how earlier should you put it before you go out?
There are two types of sunscreens. There is a physical sunscreen and there's a chemical sunscreen.
Oh.
So yes, so a chemical sunscreen, it absorbs the heat and then release it.
Okay.
So what happens with the chemical sunscreen, you can't just apply and go out. You have to wait for about 15 to 20 minutes
Okay.
before you go out, because if you apply and go out, it won't be as effective.
Got you.
A physical sunscreen sits on your face, and this has natural ingredients like zinc and titanium.
Okay.
Yeah,
How do we
so-
know? Does it state there if it's chemical or physical sunscreen? How does one know which one they're buying?
Yeah, but now this is where I tell people, always make sure, don't just go and pick a product. At
Yeah.
least learn about 2 or 3 ingredients.
Okay.
Yes.
So the
it's-
ingredients will determine
Yeah.
whether it's a chemical or a
Yes,
physical one.
yes.
Got you. Is the sunscreen, is it supposed to be applied before lotion, after like on bare skin, or after you've moisturized?
First, we don't apply lotion on our face.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Don't you ever apply lotion on our face, because it has these harsh ingredients.
Yeah.
You see, like our face and our skin from here, they're different. Our
Yeah.
skin from here, it's thicker,
Yeah.
but our skin on our face is not that thick. So you need something that will make it remain supple. Yeah.
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 So, what is that product? Is it a face cream? Is it an oil?
Now those are moisturizers.
Moisturizers. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So you need a moisturizer.
Yes, you need a
That
moisturizer.
specifically says for face.
Yes.
But unajua kwa supermarket wanasema for face, hands and body.
You see, nowadays, beauty industry is so huge, Joyce. It's so huge. And let's say if, for instance, let's just assume there are like 10,000 or maybe 15,000 companies, you know, and each company, they have each and every new product that is coming out. Like you sleep, you wake up in the morning, there's a new product on the shelf. You get?
Yeah.
So consumers should stay woke.
Yeah.
Yes. And understand, once you know your skin type, for instance, you have a normal skin type, you really need to know the products that you'd always look out for. Don't
Okay.
just go to the market and buy a product, or
Just 'cause it's the
yeah, or
latest
maybe
thing.
because you've seen it online and someone is just marketing it. At the end of the day, you'll damage your skin.
All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. It sounds like after you've woken up, let's do a morning routine then. You've woken up in the morning. Do you cleanse your face in the morning with soap still? A mild cleanser or no?
Yeah, mild cleanser. You
A mild
cleanse,
cleanser?
yeah, you tone, and then you moisturize.
Okay.
Yes, and then
You do
apply
sunscreen.
sunscreen. Yes.
Got you.
Alternatively, you can just because you know some sunscreen somehow tends to be ashy,
Yeah.
which turns so many people off.
Yeah.
Like they just have a sunscreen, but they don't want to use it because of how it looks like the after.
Yeah.
So what I normally advise people is just take kidogo of it and your moisturizer, and now just mix
Got you.
and apply. It
Okay.
saves time and it sits well
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's something people should be doing every single day.
every single day, whether it's raining, whether
Even
it's not
toning,
raining.
because a lot of us skip the toning part.
No, toning, yeah, toning is very important, although it's major important for the people who have oily skin, because
Okay.
it closes back the pores.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. What about things like facials and these face massages? How important, I mean, are those things that we should be investing in as well? Or if we're very consistent with what you're telling us about cleansing, well, first remove your makeup, cleanse, tone, moisturize, sunscreen, is that sufficient? Or do we now also need to be investing in things like facials and massages?
At home, that is just the cleanser and toner, moisturizer, serums, those stuff. Those are just to maintain your skin. Those are maintenance kit.
Okay.
So you need to do a monthly facial, day in, day out. The same way we do our hair, the same way we do our nails. You
Monthly?
know, monthly, month in, month out. Because facial is like a face workout.
Okay.
You see, you might say my face is not that bad, but when you come to me, I probably identify the fine lines that are coming up.
Got you.
Yeah, probably I will identify there's a hyperpigmentation that is coming up.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll be able to advise you now, we need to get this temporary product to use it for this condition.
Got you.
Yeah, so it's always so important to do facials.
All right. Hey, about that one, a lot of people worry because of the cost of those facials. Are there any alternatives at home, or you highly recommend that one visits a skincare specialist?
Now, apart now from this kit that we all have at home, it's always important, and they're not costly. They're not costly.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very much affordable.
Says Sonny. Okay. And then again, a lot of us sometimes will usually just Google if we say when we get a pimple, right? And you have maybe an event you're going to in the evening, but there's this pimple that is on your face. Many of us have that temptation to pop it, to try and get rid of it. What's the best way to handle, pimples?
Now, that is where I'm saying, and I will insist, please always make sure you pay a skincare specialist a visit. Now, for a pimple, it's not good to pop it. Once you pop it, you've transferred that bacteria to the other part. I know that some people will look at me like, yeah, never pop it, because once you do that, you're transferring that bacteria to the other part.
Okay.
And when you do now your monthly facials, your skincare specialist will be able to identify, because there are different types of them.
Right.
Like papules, pustules, and closed, open comedons. They'll be able to identify. You might be struggling with a closed comedon, which it won't even pop out.
Right.
You get?
Okay.
So at the end of the day, you'll be inflamed.
All right. Wow. Hey, I think we've learned a lot, Sonny, and certainly we've been challenged about the same way you go and see your dentist and your doctor, you also need to give your face, a checkup. And especially the way you've said that, as much as, we think our skin, like it's tough, but our faces, neck up, very, very sensitive. So if we want to have that youthful glow, we need to be doing the work to maintain it.
Yes. So you see, for people who have that kit, the people who will come and tell you like, I scrub my face every day.
Yeah, that's not good.
Like, why are you scrubbing your face every single day?
Yeah.
Why even are you scrubbing your face every week?
Yeah.
Our skin shades off after every 28 days. Give me a sec.
Okay.
So you see this? It's a very soft, fluffy towel.
Okay.
You can touch it.
Yeah. Very soft.
Very soft. And it's not like the other face towels, the small face towels, because those ones are a bit rough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like a baby's, think of it like a baby's blanket.
Yeah.
It's super soft.
It's super soft. So this is what you're supposed to use at home. When you're cleansing, just use it and wash your face with it. It's very soft. It won't even harm you.
Okay.
Instead of keep on scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing, because then you're making your skin sensitive.
Yeah.
There are people who keep on scrubbing, but if you ask them the last time they did a body scrub where our skin is thicker from this part going downwards, they can't even remember. They can't even remember the last time they did that. Yeah. So it's always important, like, take care of your face.
Right.
Even men.
Even men.
Yes. Even men. And I'm so glad, Joyce, because nowadays I have a huge number of clients, male clients, like they're embracing skincare. Now, no men was you tell them to use this, they'll go for they'll go for this product.
Okay.
Because they won't go and start saying like, oh, I've seen another product online, and they are very faithful to their routine.
So watu waache kukata gunia wasoko kwa maji.
Tafadhali achaneni na gunia.
There's one thing we left out, which is, what's the best way to remove makeup? There's a lot of debate about that. Once it was, you should use coconut oil, but at the same time you're hearing coconut oil is not great for the facial skin because it's comedogenic.
Yes.
Is it these wipes, makeup wipes, but those get expensive over time? So what's the best way for one to remove their makeup so that they can start? Because as we've said, you should never ever sleep in makeup.
Yes.
So before they go into the steps you've shared with us, how does one remove their makeup?
So oil cleansing is very good. So you can use coconut oil to just cleanse off the makeup, and then you can use the wipes to
So
get
it's safe?
it's not to apply and sit on your skin, like
Okay.
just to oil cleanse,
Okay.
to cleanse, to remove the makeup. It's
Okay.
actually very good.
Okay.
Yes, you can just remove with it and then wipes. And then after, it doesn't stop there. Now get your cleanser and now cleanse first time, second time, and third time.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Well, Sonny, thank you so much for coming through to the show. How about you leave us your details as far as how people can reach you? Maybe they have specific questions they'd like to ask you. How can they find you?
You can reach me through 0793 0793 649 716.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm on YouTube as well, Sony Touch TV.
All right.
On Facebook, Sony Touch. On Instagram, Sony_Touch_Wellness Center.
All right.
Yes.
Great. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. I've
you
learned a
for
lot.
having
I
me.
hope you guys have learned a lot as well. And with that said, it is already a few minutes to 9 o'clock. So we're going to take a break as we get ready for our second hour coming to you right here. This is Full Circle with Joyce. Stay tuned. I'll see you shortly.